Hello everyone. As we are studying the first module of this fluid mechanics subject, so now one very important topic, very basic topic to initiate that fluid statics here. Fluid statics means when the fluid particles are not moving, or else in another way we can tell the fluid particles are not having any velocity here. So now when the fluid is under static in a container, for example this is the container here, in this container water is there here, this water is under static, the fluid particles are not moving here. If the fluid particles are not moving, they are under static, means what here now, and also these are having a pressure energy. How to feel it? It is a pressure energy here now. It has a energy here. Even though they are under static, they have a energy, that is a pressure energy. If I made a hole for this here, then definitely water will start moving outside. So water will start moving outside means, so it has a kinetic energy. How the energy will comes here now? So because the energy, other form of energy, that is a pressure energy that is available in that static water, that pressure energy is, that is static pressure energy is converted into kinetic energy. That's why water will start moving outside when we make hole here. So when we are not made hole, continuously this fluid will applying certain force, that is a pressure force on the inner surface of this container here. Continuously it is applying here. So that pressure force it is applying here now. So what we have to study here now? What do you mean by the pressure? The pressure, to study of this pressure, very basic phenomena. The pressure means it is nothing but pressure is equal to force upon area here. So force means what direction that force it is there, that is very important, and area means what area has to take, that is also very important here now. For example, if I see here, this is one object here now, this is one object, this is static fluid in the container. If I submerged this one in a liquid, static liquid, so this static liquid is surrounded by this the object here. Continuously that fluid it is there, it will apply the pressure force on the surfaces of this object to this object. That force continuously it is applying here now. That force it is there, that is perpendicular to the surface here now. So the area on which it is applying, that is the pressure area. So therefore the area is there, that area always in case of the pressure, perpendicular area means if this is the surface, the force will be like this. So this is a pressure force here, and this is the area which is perpendicular to the force here now. This area is called as the pressure area, this is called as the pressure force here now. So therefore this pressure force divided by this pressure area, like this is one pressure force here now. Like that many, in all the points if I take, in all the points that pressure force it is acting here now. So therefore this area normal to this pressure force, normal to the direction of the pressure force, is called as the pressure area. And this is a force here now, it is a pressure force. They are acting at a different point on this object here now. So therefore pressure means pressure force divided by the normal area to the direction of that pressure force is called as the pressure here now. So pressure at a point, it is called the pressure at a point. So if it is whole surface area, if I take here now, the center of pressure will come somewhere in this area at the middle. So center of pressure, that is P will come into the picture here in this case. That is called as the center of pressure. So therefore, the resultant pressure of force where it is acting, that is the center of pressure. Center of pressure. So line of action of that force, always it is perpendicular to that area will be there here now. This is about the pressure here now. So next one, that next it will comes here now. So how many types of the pressures are there here? So types of the pressure here now. Types of the pressure. So to study these types of the pressure, mainly we will have some one graph here now. So this is a graph, it indicates the types of the pressure here. So this is the graph here. As we know, atmospheric air, especially on the sea level we are measuring the pressure always. Atmospheric air, it has its own pressure at a different places here. Standard pressure of the atmospheric air will be measured at the sea level here at NTP condition, that normal temperature condition we are measuring here now. So now this atmospheric pressure, somewhere it is there here, somewhere that around 101 point P atmospheric pressure, it is 101.32 kilopascal here now at normal temperature, at that normal temperature sea level here now. So this will be, I will just take this vertical axis in terms of the pressure. Somewhere I will measure, mark this one now. This is the atmospheric pressure, standard reference line. I will measure this one now. This is the atmospheric pressure. This atmospheric pressure is different at different places, as I am telling. So standard atmospheric pressure will be taken at the sea level here, right? So next here, if I take atmospheric pressure itself, it is a reference pressure. Above this atmospheric pressure, if I measure, then that pressures are called as the gauge pressure. Means what? The atmospheric pressure, if I from this here, from this atmospheric pressure itself, it is a reference pressure. Means that is a zero pressure. Though atmospheric pressure, everywhere it will be there. So above that, if we measure, then it will be called as a gauge pressure here now. So next one, if I measure the pressure below the atmospheric pressure here, somewhere here, the below the atmospheric pressure, if we measure here now, then that pressure is called as the vacuum pressure here. That pressure is called as the vacuum pressure. This vacuum pressure, as it is below the atmospheric pressure here, so as in case of the vacuum cleaners and all, so what we are doing in case of the vacuum cleaner, so we are creating the vacuum inside that the machine. So therefore that pressure will becomes less than the atmospheric pressure. So therefore outside that dust particles, they will move that from the higher atmospheric pressure to the lower atmospheric pressure to the inside of that machine, because inside of that machine vacuum pressure will be there here now. So therefore that is called as the vacuum pressure here in this case. So this is about the atmospheric pressure is the reference pressure here now. So next one, here is one is there here, one line here. So it is called as the absolute zero pressure. Absolute zero pressure means what? At this line there is no pressure at all. There is no pressure force applying on the area. There is no pressure. Zero absolute pressure. So in this case, that the zero absolute pressure, if I measure the pressure from this zero absolute pressure, so above the atmospheric pressure, if I measure here somewhere, then this pressure is called as the absolute pressure. This pressure is called as the absolute, from the absolute zero pressure if I measure here now. So therefore, from this, what we can understand here now, so absolute pressure is equal to, here, this absolute pressure is equal to, from here to here is the atmospheric pressure here now, atmospheric pressure plus what? Plus from here to here is what? This is called as what? From the atmospheric pressure, it is called as the gauge pressure here now. So therefore, it is called as the gauge pressure. This is the equation what we are getting here now. Means absolute pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure here, then plus this gauge pressure. So absolute pressure we can measure. Whenever we are telling absolute pressure, always we have to add the atmospheric pressure. Gauge pressure means we are taken reference line itself, it is atmospheric pressure here. Almost all the pressure gauges which are fitted on the equipments to measure the pressure gauges, like in case of our pumps, in case of our engines and flow rates and all, in that cases all the gauges we have fitted, that all will measure the gauge pressures. Means atmospheric pressure is the reference, above that they are measuring gauge pressure here. If we want to take a absolute pressure for that gauges, we have to add the atmospheric pressure at that region, at that point, at that region we have to add it to get absolute pressure here. So these are the types of the pressure. What are the types of pressure? One is absolute zero pressure, there is no pressure at all, and atmospheric pressure. Above the atmospheric pressure is a gauge pressure. Below the atmospheric pressure, if you measure, it is a vacuum pressure. It will be measured in terms of negative here. Another one is absolute pressure. It is the summation of atmospheric pressure plus gauge pressure here. These are the types of the pressure. So what we can study here. We will see in the next video lecture about some laws that are defined for these pressures here. Thank you very much.